Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Angel of Autism Crafts. I'm Kathy. I'm the owner and jewelry maker, along with help from my autistic son. Um, I'm coming to you today. Let me adjust that camera just a little bit there. Just to put out there a little of encouragement to you parents. If you're new to autism, or even if you're not new to autism, if you've been walking this path for years like we have, you always need that little bit of uplift, a little bit of, hey, I'm here, I understand. Even though my child may not be walking the exact same path yours is, every child with autism has different symptoms. Although there's an umbrella that covers a certain gamut of symptoms. Every child is their own individual. They all have their own needs. They all experience things differently, even though they may have the same diagnosis. My son was diagnosed as Asperger's when he was 9 years old. We had struggled with schooling. We had struggled with a lot of things, trying to figure out what was wrong, why this child did not adapt and learn like the rest of the children did. What was the issue? And finally, we had a nurse practitioner go, I think you need to ask the doctor for a referral to the autism center and have this child tested for autism. No, 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 no. So, what is autism? I hadn't even heard of it, didn't even know about it, didn't know what it was. So I go online to the internet and I start looking up autism. Well, the first that comes up, of course, are those that are on the extreme end. They're flapping arms, they're sitting and spinning, they don't talk, they're nonverbal, and I'm going, this isn't my child. This does not fit what's going on with my child. This just does not fit. That can't be it. But then I started digging deeper into it because something caught my attention. And it said, the child will line toys up in line, and they have to be a certain toy, and they're addicted to one particular thing, and they have knowledge about that boggles all the rest of us. How did they get that knowledge? So I kept digging. I just kept digging through the pages and the pages and kept digging. Guess what I found? My heart said, you know what? That nurse practitioner's probably right. Begrudgingly, I asked the doctor to send us to be tested. So I finally get the appointment. We go to the preliminary appointment, and they give us an immediate diagnosis of PDD-NOS. Pervasive developmental disorder not otherwise specified. What in the heck? What are they talking about? What's wrong with my kid? So I'm thinking, well, okay, big old definition, but okay, we'll figure this out. 10 weeks taking him back and forth to visits with psychologists, with every kind of physical therapist, occupational therapist, you name it, we saw him. Blood work, 10 weeks of this. And then at the last visit, they tell me, when you come back on next Thursday, you don't need to bring him. It needs to be just you. Okay, now I understand why. Walked into that doctor's office, and they took me back there in the big office, and they sit me down, and the doctor comes in, and she sits down behind her desk, and she pulls out all this paperwork, and she pulls out 3 or 4 sheets of paperwork that have these little graphs and stuff on them. And, well, this is where a normal kid is. This is where your son is. He's got Asperger's, and he's got this, and he's got that, and he's got sensory processing, and he has, and the list goes on for about 14 things. What? What are you talking about? What's going on here? Please. What in the world is going on? Till then they explain it to me. And basically, she tried to put it nicely, but basically what she told me was, your child is damaged goods, and he's never going to amount to anything in life. So you can either take care of him yourself or put him in a home and just go visit him once in a while. No, you didn't just say that to me. That is not acceptable. So I go out to my truck, and I close my door, and the tears just flow. Although I knew the answer before the doctor even told me, because I'd been studying up on it, and I knew my son was on the autistic spectrum, it still was such a punch to the gut to hear that doctor say, he's not going to amount to much in life, so don't plan on any great events. It still hurts my heart to this day. It does. It hurts my heart. But I'll tell you, it hasn't been an easy road. We've been 10 years, almost 11 on this road. We've struggled with schooling. We've struggled with a lot of things. But I've had some really awesome encouragement from other parents with children on the autistic spectrum. And I'll tell you, at the 11-year mark, we're doing fabulous. And I am so proud of my son. I used to call him my Aspie because he was Asperger's. But then they changed it to an umbrella to autistic spectrum disorder. So now I just call him my autism cowboy. He loves cowboy hats, cowboy boots, horses, Western looking. His whole bedroom is done in Western. He loves the Western. And as we've walked this path for 11 years, and he's developed his own personality, and he's developed into this amazing, self-reliant young man, we still have many things to accomplish before this mama can say, if I'm gone, he can take care of himself. And I know that's every parent's fear. It's mine. Who's going to look after him when I'm gone? What's going to happen to him when I'm gone? That is a valid fear, believe me. But my son has come so far with just nudging him when he needs that little extra nudge, or knowing to back off a little bit. Let him have time to think it through in his mind and assimilate what we've been telling him. And pretty soon one day, aha! He's got it! That's an amazing feeling. That is a wonderful feeling. And I can tell you right now, it's been 10 years, almost 11. We have walked this path. And I am proud, a very proud autism mama right now, because my boy not only works a full-time job, he is buying his own car. He pays his own car insurance. He pays his own cell phone. And the other day, his daddy and I were trying to get laundry caught up for the week so that his daddy could go to the job all week and I could work on other things. I'm so sorry. Oh, so sorry. so that I could work on other things like this video to you and jewelry for Angel of Autism Crafts. He pitched in and we went grocery shopping and left him home. He said, I don't feel like going grocery shopping, Mama. Can I just stay right here? Sure. Okay. Not a problem. We come home to 3 loads of laundry done, dishes done, his bedroom cleaned and vacuumed. Wow. Absolutely wow. All the things I was going to have to do that day were done. He's come so far, and I'm so proud. It's not been easy. It's been a struggle at times. But I'll tell you what, with your child abilities and your parenting skills, you know your child. You know there are going to be times you're going to say, oh, how am I going to deal with this? What do we do? I'll tell you, other autism parents for one, online information for two, books, read, ask questions, study up. Ask other autism parents, find some good autism support groups and ask them. We're having this kind of a struggle. Has anyone here had that problem with their child? And you're going to see a bunch of hands go. This worked for us. The other one will say, well, it didn't work for my child. I had to do this. So you go, okay, I have 2 options. Let's try this and see if it works. And if it does, yay. If it doesn't, okay, let's back up, regroup. Let's try the second option. There's always something, even though it may take some time and some effort to figure it out, but there's always an answer to it somewhere. And I'm going to tell you another thing. Whether you're religious or not, it's not my place to judge. But I can tell you for me, in my experience, my good Lord has walked me down this path and opened doors up to me to help my child at times when I was absolutely struggling, didn't know where to turn or what to do. Felt like giving up, was totally crushed in my spirit because it just was not sinking into this child. And then I'd get that little voice in my head that says, back off, give him a break, let him have some space. When you come back to it, let's try it a little different way. And it would click. It's just amazing what these children can do, how smart they really are. But the trouble of getting it from here through here, the short in there is the problem. But I'll tell you, for a child that never spoke a word other than just grunts and till he was 4. He was 4 years old before he spoke. And every parent knows that first word they want to hear is mama or dada. Mama or dada. No. Ours would be conk conk. He was infatuated with his grandpa's tractor. And the stack that the smoke comes out had one of those little lids that tapped. Boom, 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 as the tractor ran. So his first words were conk conk. And he may be turning 20 in a few months, but you know what? That tractor to this day is still the conk conk. And will forever be the conk conk. In fact, I'm making my father for Christmas a plate to put on his tractor that says, the conk conk. That is going to be his gift this year. And he will be so tickled with it because he has always been infatuated with this boy, and this boy has been infatuated with him. His papa has been his rock. along with his daddy. But, yeah, just a little fun fact there. The conk conk was his first word. That's okay. Mom and Daddy came later, but that's okay. That's okay. It was a word. It was a word we could understand. It was a word that came out of his mouth that he hadn't spoken in 4 years. It was a word. It was the most precious word I'd ever heard. And it was amazing. Now, now he don't ever shut up. Now he talks nonstop. And I have to tell him, Calm, I need to say something. Okay, then I can say what I have to say. But it's wonderful to hear him talk. And it's amazing to hear the knowledge that comes out of that child's head. The amazement at just how much he knows and how much he has absorbed and how well he is adjusting to society. Now, there's still days that he comes home and we have to shut the door and shut the world outside and okay, tomorrow will be better and we'll try it again. That's with every child, whether they're on the autistic spectrum, they're Down syndrome, there's any type of special needs, or they're actually no special need. They're just a typical, as they call them, typical children. I'm sorry, there is no typical. There is no normal. Every child is a unique individual, just like all of us parents are unique individuals. Somebody somewhere, and I don't remember where I saw it, put out one time, normal is a dryer setting. Hallelujah there. I agree with that one. Every person is a unique individual, and you have to find what works for them. And so far, 10 years, oh, we've had our ups and downs. We really have. But I'll tell you, this walk has been amazing too. It's been totally amazing. So, parents, please do not give up on your children. I know there's going to be lots of frustrations, but please reach out, find help, find someone that you can talk to. Listen, if you want to send Angel of Autism Crafts a message and tell me what's going on, I'll get back to you just as quick as I can. Let you know how our walk it was during that trial, if we've had it already. Like I said, my son was 9 years old when we were diagnosed. It's been 10 years now, so he's 19. He's fixing to turn 20 in a few months. It's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing what these children can do. Never, never, never give up on them or yourself. One little tidbit I do want to tell you today before I get off here. You know, if you are lucky to be married, you have a spouse, there's a reason you fell in love with that spouse. There's a reason you two came together. But taking care of a special needs child can split your time apart because it takes both of you to take care of that child. You have to remember, you have to make time for each other, even if it's just a few minutes a day. Even if there were times in my son's life where it was so hands-on and so hectic for a while that I'd be in the laundry room throwing laundry in the washer. My son would be enthralled in a game or in a video, and we'd have 10 minutes of uninterrupted time to talk to each other. My husband would come in there, and while I'm loading the washer and loading the dryer, we'd talk. And then before we'd walk out of the laundry room, he'd scoop me up in his arms and he'd hug me real tight and he'd go, "We're going to make it, honey. We're going to make it. We will. We're going to make it." And he'd kiss me and he'd walk out. Go do what he had to do. Or go answer the boy yelling at us. You just got to remember to take those minutes, how little they are, how fleeting they are sometimes, or how much time you can take. If you've got parents or a sister or brother or another family member who kind of clicks with your child and they don't mind watching them for a few hours, go out, grab a burger, have a few minutes alone in the car together. Spend time talking and spend time reconnecting. And remember, you two have to stay connected in order to be able to support that child. That child needs both parents. Not a mom and dad arguing and fussing and fighting. He needs both of you, or she needs both of you. And for our son, we've been able to find those little moments here and there. And now that he's growing and he's becoming more self-reliant and self-sustaining, we have more of those moments. We can leave him at home for hours. We can go grocery shopping or out to dinner or out to check out a project or something. Because I love crafting. I love craft fairs. Um, it, you just find those special moments and keep them special for you and him or you and your spouse. Just remember, it takes the two of you to support that child. And it takes the two of you to support each other so you don't burn out. You need that time, you need that support, and you need to know each of you are special still to the other person. So never, never, never let that bond between you and your spouse be broken, because you need that bond, you need that togetherness, you need that support to get through what lies ahead. Now, if you're single, find a friend, find support through another person that you can trust, you can rely on, who can be there when you need them. Find that support group, because they are going to be a crucial part of your life. Believe me, they were mine, and they still are mine. I still to this day sometimes go, okay guys, I've run into another roadblock, I'm not sure how to deal with it. This is the situation we're looking at. He's so and so years old. We're having trouble with this. Who's dealt with it? And I get messages back from moms and even dads going, when our child was that age, this is what we did. The answers they may give may not work for your child. None of them. But they may give you the insight and the support to find what does work. You can do this. You can. You have an amazing child, an amazing gift. And when you're done, you'll be able to sit back like me and think about that doctor that said, they're not going to amount to much. Ha! I proved you wrong. I sure did. And by the way, guys, I'm wearing some of my earrings that I made. These are faux leather. You can see the back there is kind of plain. It's just a double layer. They're super lightweight. All the hangers are nickel free. I use good stuff here. I'm allergic to so much stuff. I can't use the cheap. So this stuff's good. But go on to Angel of Autism Crafts, no spaces in between, .com. And you can see what I'm putting up. I'm putting new stuff up every day, guys. Come join me. And if you want to message me, you got a question, I'd be glad to talk to you about how we dealt with that experience, or if we dealt with that experience. And if not, I might know a place you can go to learn, because I may have already heard another parent ask about that, and they went so and so place and got help. And I'd be glad to put that information out there to you. Listen, autism parents, we are awesome parents. Understand? Put it in your heart, put it in your head. We are awesome parents, and we will achieve great things along with our children. This is the end of my video for today. You guys have an amazing day out there, and I'll catch you all on the website. Have a great day.